Good morning, guys. Good morning. I just woke up and I mean, I didn't just wake up. I'm still in bed. Haven't even gotten dressed yet, but it's 8 o'clock Central Time. Uh, it's 8 o'clock Central Time. I was hoping they would call me in. Today's my NS day, non-scheduled day, which is my day off. Probably because Tuesday's a light day and we got too many people on the overtime list. I got a good floater now, so um, they didn't call me and they didn't tell me to come in. I texted one of my supervisors. I called the hotline, no answer. So I'm just gonna stream for 8 hours to get my 8 hours. So that's I'm gonna keep this live stream going until probably 4 o'clock. I want to make sure I get my 8 hours. I'm gonna be working eight no matter what. Even if they don't call me and I'm still gonna do my 8 hours. And if I gotta do an 8 hour live stream, that's what I gotta do. A minute in, so I got 7 hours and 59 minutes left. Even if I'm just here chilling, like I said, I haven't got up yet. I'm gonna get up soon and make my smoothie and cook my morning eggs. I make egg breakfast tacos, the El Milagro taco shells, and then make some eggs and then my fruit smoothie. I'll get up soon. I'm just gonna, because I'm not used to not getting up and working. What's going on, Noel? Dude, how's election mail been treating you? It's been a little crazy here in California. Every day we got to run a DPS with political mail. The same guy, one of our senators is the same guy. We always have a run of his either in the DPS or we're casing it in. Um, and election mail actually hasn't been too bad by us. We do have election mail, obviously, but it's not as bad as I thought it was because we're really close to the election. Like when you think about it, we're less than a month away to the election. It's I would think it would be a lot worse, but hopefully I don't jinx it for tomorrow. Um, but it's not that bad over here. Uh, what we're right now we're in run season. We're getting a lot of runs. Like every day we get our local newspaper, we get a restaurant run, we get a political run, we get runs in town every single day. That's one thing I liked about the hills though. We rarely got those runs. But now being in town, we get third bundle almost every single day. But that's what you get being in the better area. That's the sacrifice you make being in the better area. When you're in the hood, you don't get those type of things. Man, that stinks. They need you in, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm texting my floater. I'm like, she's like, are you coming in today? And I'm like, I haven't heard nothing. I texted my one supervisor. I called the hotline. I was on. The phone was ringing for like a minute, 2 minutes, and I'm like, they probably don't want to pay me the money, and that's fine. When they have the help, and that's the thing. That's what I try to tell people. They don't just throw me money. They just when they when they're when they when they can allow it, like they have coverage today. Probably, most likely, every route's covered. Mail is probably light. There was ad papers. I saw ad papers by the cases that yesterday, but when they have the help, they're not gonna. Okay, Nick's not coming on his NS day. It is what it is. That's why I'm gonna be a little petty and do an 8 hour live stream because that's I'm gonna get my 8 hours today. I'm not gonna say I didn't work my 8 hours today, but I'm on break right now. You can come in for me. Got you, bro. Got you, bro. I'm coming in. But no, that's the thing. Like, I wanna work. I wanna make this money. And not coming in on my NS day. It sucks, but that's the reality. That's why I tell you guys the good and the bad. When it's good, I'm like, hey, I'm making money. Let's go. Let's make this money. When they're not calling me in now, like that's when I'm let you guys know that's not consistent. I have a guy who leaves me a bunch of comments. He's like, "Is ours consistent or not consistent, bro? You're being inconsistent." That's that's the post office. If people come in, we're good. If people don't come in, we're not. It's just that's the postal culture, at least in the Chicagoland area. They haven't been letting us come in our NS day here for about a year. That's awful. But at the same time, you probably have not that many open routes. In my office, we got a lot of people around the overtime list. they got off the list just before the end of the quarter, last quarter, and I was working a lot. Now everybody jumped back on the list because of the holidays. People like to jump. There's really good carriers who are usually on the 8-hour list who are now on the overtime list, so they do a lot of work. So that's less they got to cover. And then they say, oh, Nick's got a floater, a really good floater. She comes in and does my route. And when I was on City 4, I didn't have a floater. Well, I did, but she was on restrictions. Never carried my route once when I was there. So they would be like, Nick, you're coming in on 4. I think came in on every single NS day when I was on City 4. One positive about being on the worst route in the office. But now I'm on I'm still on the biggest route of the office. Everybody says I got the biggest route in the office, but uh, it's I got a floater and she's good, so she comes and does her thing. So I'm sorry to hear that. NS Day coming on the NS Day, it's overtime all day. But hopefully our wages increase, like I've been saying, so I don't gotta be like, hey, it is what it is. If I don't work my NS Day, I don't work it. But I want to make this money right now. I got news I'll release in a few, in the coming weeks here. That reason why I'm trying to make as much money as I can. You're not gonna go crazy at home today. You're not gonna know it. You're gonna go crazy at home today. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna go crazy, but I'm all about if I want to be productive. I didn't have nothing planned today. I'm like, I'm going to work. I'm gonna make this money. Still haven't heard. I haven't got a text message. My brother might text me some questions. He's on City 8. He had a very nice day. He was in town yesterday at an Easy Extra. Very happy. Things are going better for him. But I'm not going to say wasn't productive today. If I'm not working, all right, I'm going to do a live stream. Whoever wants to come in and ask me questions or just chop it up, I'm going to do that for 8 hours. And 7 minutes in, I'm going to do an 8-hour live stream. It's just I'm going to be productive today. And then after that, I might go and do a cheat meal. Who knows? Because I like to treat myself, so I might treat myself later. We'll see. Brian Renfro needs to get a contract already. 100%. We actually having a rally in front of my post office, the 14th. We're having, and it's not a strike. It's not it's nothing like that. It's just raising awareness on, increasing our wages, the attacks on mail carriers, unsafe working conditions, the attacks on mail carriers, and the mandated overtime that some people don't want. It's just to raise awareness, and it's going to be in front of my post office. My now union president, she's super involved, super great. She's very helpful. She's organizing all that. It's getting ridiculous with this whole waiting thing. And that's the thing. So many people are anxious right now. The economy is really bad. And that's why people are on edge. Like, are we going to be making more money? Seeing other crafts in our workplace starting off way higher than us, it's frustrating. And I 100% get it. Obviously, we got to make the best of what we can right now. But yeah, that people are anxious. People are on edge because they want higher wages and stuff. So the waiting stuff is very, very stressful, but we just got to make the best of it, and hopefully things. And the word soon is cringe. We should have a date that they're either gonna agree or what, like put something forward. Higher wages, less time to top pay, better benefits. All that stuff should be ready to go on deck. I have about around 10 hours today on my string. Oh, that's nice. 10 hours. 10 hours is perfect because you still have you get some overtime and you have the rest of the day to do what you want. When it gets past 10 hours, like, you're still making money, but then you have less time to get stuff done. Double casing my Monday route. Oh, nice. That's easy money. But this isn't my NS day, so no overtime. Well, you'll get 2 hours overtime though, so make your money. Is City 4 the worst route? So depending on worst route, it all depends on the person. I look at it as the route that people just despise the most. What other people say, oh, dang, City 4 is not covered. That's the most. And my supervisor said, like, if I was to go back to carrying mail, I'll carry 4, no problem. So like that's the route that's like the standard for like the crappiest route in the office, because those relays are 30, 40 minutes long. You get a lot. It's not the best area. You got all the aggressive dogs, and it's just everything bad about a route. Other than the only positive is the mail volume. Only positive. It gets no packages. That's the only positive. Uh, it's the only positive. Uh, but uh, my route right now, I'm on City 23. It's despised because it's long. It is not a bad area. It's not, the relays are flat. It's just an hour too long. Every day it's an hour. Sometimes when it's a little heavier, it's an hour and a half. It's a very heavy route, but that's it. If you cut off an hour off that route, it's a sweet route. And that's what's going to happen eventually, because my supervisor told me if you keep going an hour over, I thought that my daily routine is seeing, like, casing up my mail and seeing how much I'm going to be over. Okay, it's a pretty standard day. I give my 39.96, I fill it out, overburden route, construction, if I have a run, I write that down. I write everything I can down on that 39.96. I give it to my supervisor. Hey, I'm going to be an hour over, hour 15 over. Do you need me to have an 8-hour day? I try, like, we're communicating better, because I wasn't really doing that when I first got on there, because I'm like, they should know. But now I communicated properly to my supervisor, let her know the situation so she could uh, say, hey, you need an 8-hour day. I'm going to take that hour off. You give it to somebody else. Or like what she's been doing. That's fine. I'll approve the overtime. Be back by 5:30, whatever the case may be. But yeah, City 4 is probably our most hated route as far as all around. But 23 is what's is known as our biggest route, because it is. It's the biggest route in the office. Everybody agrees. I don't say something is over when it's not over. I'm a realist. I'll let you know. Like, I'll let a supervisor know, like, oh, that's an easier route. Oh, that 23, no, I'm gonna be over. That's just what it is. What's going on, Gabrielle? Rest your body. I'm sure you could use today. Yeah, I'm definitely resting my body. Like I said, I haven't even got dressed. I'm in my bed. Uh, by 8 o'clock, I didn't hear nothing, so I'm like, I'm gonna make this live stream just to, I'm gonna do an 8-hour live stream. That's what I'm gonna do, and that's it is what it is. I'm kind of petty that way. I'm gonna get my 8 hours no matter what. I'm gonna After 8 hours, I'm gonna end this live stream and just and say I was productive. Um, but I'm definitely resting my body. My knees definitely feel it. I've been doing 4 years of this stuff already, and I got lot more years to go. I'm hoping eventually I don't have to work all this overtime anymore. I'm hoping make it a great day off. I will 100%. Like I said earlier, I might do a cheat meal today. I might go out and get something to eat. Might go in the city. There's a couple places. There's a place in Roseland I've been wanting to try. It's not the best area, but they got really good soul food and stuff. I love mac and cheese, sweet potatoes and stuff. I might go there, but we'll see. I want to see when my brother gets off work. He might text me, call me in a little bit, because he is on a new route, but it's a nice route, and he's doing a lot better. I just came in. Oh, how come you can't go in? They didn't say nothing to me. So usually, uh, the reason I'm pretty sure is because we have more people on the list. I got a good floater, and mail is probably light today. That's the only thing I could think of. But usually, like last week, they text you on the scanner the day before. Hey, Mr. Nick, you're scheduled to work tomorrow. They give you the date, to make sure they put the info on the scanner, make sure you got it. Hey, you're gonna be coming in tomorrow, 10/7, or whatever the date is. And they didn't send that to me. And then my morning supervisor wasn't there. I talked to my night supervisor, and she said she didn't hear nothing. I'm like, okay, they probably just forgot. I'm still fairly new to 23. They probably just think I'm not off tomorrow, whatever. And then I texted my one supervisor this morning. I didn't hear nothing. because I didn't know if he was off or not. I didn't want to call him. And then I called the employee hotline. Didn't hear nothing. So, well, they didn't answer. They probably have. So, my brother just texted me. My supervisor asked where I'm at. They didn't tell me to come in. They didn't tell me to come in. Hold on. All right. I got to end this live stream. So apparently they're expecting me to come in. So my supervisor asked me where I was. What the hell? What the hell? So, all right. I got to end this live stream. Hopefully you guys, because it's 10 minutes or 9 minutes till I clock in. So what the hell? But all right. I'll talk to you guys later. I'll let you know how it goes down.